What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, we're going to be reviewing, finally, after so long of not reviewing this movie, decided it was on Hulu, decided to give it a watch, and today we're going to be reviewing The Snow Queen 3, Fire and Ice. First thing I want to say about this movie is the fact that it's very different from the first two. At first start, like maybe the first 10-15 minutes, the animation does seem very sped up and very fast and very sprightly, and some of the dialogue is just like, it feels like it's moving a little too fast, and a lot of the movie feels like it's moving way too fast, like the animation looks like it's being moved way too quickly. But that may just be my mind trying to find bad things about the movie. I don't know, because sometimes when I watch a movie that most people say is bad, my mind goes, okay, what is bad about this movie? But I don't know if they're actually that way, or if my mind was just seeing them that way. I don't know. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. But for what, that's probably the most negatives I can say of this movie. I really won't say this is as good as the first two. Let me say one thing about all these movies. I get it. They're dubbed from Russian. They're dubbed from Russian to English, I do believe. Each one of them are. But each one of these movies has a completely different cast. Now, I know for 100% fact that the first one was originally in Russian. I don't know about the second two. The second one and the third one, I'm not sure. I'm going to guess they are. But even though each one of these movies have had the main character cast, I didn't look at anyone else. The main character cast has always been different. Like, the main characters, their cast has been different each movie. Because I went and looked at it. For Pete's sake, Goethe in the second movie was played by Bella Thorne. I didn't even know that. Which shocked me, I guess you could say. But the movie, for what it is, and what it was trying to do, I did like the concept. Even though the fact that this movie they found a way to bring the Snow Queen back, but she wasn't the bad of this one, was really good. And we get this new character who's obsessed with legends and stuff like that. And if you sense something about him the whole movie, I'm like, yeah, this guy's not good. And you can just sense it throughout the whole movie, because I sensed it throughout the entire movie. I'm like, yeah, this dude's bad. I'm glad they didn't try to go in a love interest route with Goethe like they were going to do. I'm really glad they didn't go that route with this movie. Orm, I believe was his name, the troll guy. Really, he didn't have as big as a role in this one. Pretty much the last movie really being focused on him, and him having a more prominent role in the first one. But I kind of do get them wanting to be all that and all that. Mostly the second movie is kind of glossed over a little bit, kind of like it didn't happen. There is some little things here that point out, oh yeah, that happened and that was from the second movie. But a lot of time when there were callbacks, they were really callbacks to the first film. There were some callbacks to the second one, I mean, but I really would say this is probably the black sheep of the films. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm not going to say I didn't like this one, because I did enjoy it, and I did actually have a good laugh at some points. I didn't really like when this movie really did put some slapstick in. I don't know if the first two had any slapstick in it. If they did, they weren't done to the extent this does. It's a whole scene pretty much dedicated to slapstick. And I'm not a huge fan of slapstick. Slapstick can be funny sometimes, But me, personally, I'm not a huge fan of slapstick. And this movie really didn't, when it was used, it wasn't used the best way. There's literally like a flaming fart in this movie, which I really didn't like. Now I want to say the animation, there was some massive improvement, especially from the first movie. I did see massive improvement. Now the weird thing is the fact that this movie came out in 2016, and the first one came back out in 2012. So there's not that big of a gap in between these movies. I don't remember when the second one came out. I don't have any snow to throw at you guys, but here's a white shirt. Does that work? I don't have any snow to throw you guys this time because last two times I reviewed these movies, it snowed. And that's actually what I was trying to do. I was trying to wait for snow again to review this one, but never happened, so I thought I'd go ahead and review it. Now, there are some points in this movie that characters do dumb things. A fight between the brother and the sister, between Goethe and whatever his name was. I forgot the brother's name. There's a whole fight between them, and the brother's not really seen for most of the movie, which has been the situation for all these movies. The brother really isn't there that much. I had an itch. I had an itch. I'm sorry. The thing is, though, Goethe can be a little dumb in this one as well. I'm not gonna lie, I liked Goethe in the first and second one. And like I think I said in my review for the second one that I wish there would have been more Goethe in it. This one, we get a lot more focus on Goethe being the main character, and this new guy that gets added to the characters, and there's a hippie in this movie. Just take that for what it is, or hippie, or stoner, or whatever you want to call him. But that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this character was hippie. Now, a lot of the stuff in this movie, a lot of it was pretty predictable. I did like when the world was being engulfed by fire and ice, it was actually being engulfed together, which is really neat. I don't think I've really seen that concept before, which is really, really neat, and I really did like that. And then I really wanted to call anything a ripoff. Remember the first one was, everybody thought that the first one was really a mothbuster of Frozen, which it wasn't. This one, you could probably argue a little bit more that it tries to trip off Frozen a little more, which I don't think that, but I thought maybe some people could see this one that way, with actually have Goethe having ice powers in this one, and this other guy having fire powers. It was really neat. The fire powers weren't really interesting. I was really more interested in Goethe with her ice powers, but the whole fire thing was pretty, I don't know. The whole time that character out of the fire, I don't remember his name, was starts with an R, I think. But the whole time he was on screen, I really had no interest in him. There was really nothing funny about him, nothing really memorable. He's a liar. It's basically for him, it's a liar reveal story, which a lot of people don't like those storylines. And honestly, they're starting to become a bit of a pain in the butt on me as well. The animation, like I said, is massively improved. I don't know if this one was done in Russian before, but I'm just going to assume that it was. And I'm going to say this one has the best dubbing out of all three of the movies because it looks really, really nice. And some dialogue here and there is a little iffy. But the movie itself, I'd say I'd give it a watch if you haven't seen it yet. If you want to see it, I recommend it. If you want, I don't think I'll rewatch it, but I'm gonna say if you want to rewatch it, I'd say go ahead. I don't see really much rewatchability in this. Unlike the second one, because I really did enjoy that. I liked Arm, something like that. However you say his name. I really did like stuff with him in the last one, and what he had for this one I did like. I kind of wish that he had a little more screen time in this one, because he's got like these 3 little kids running around. It's not really sure if he's like their uncle or what. It's not really clear. But what is it with comic relief characters becoming a guardian or taking care of kids in another movie? Donkey gets kids in Shrek. It becomes a bit of a trope now, you could say. But guys, I'll go ahead and give the rating a solid 3.5 out of 5. I'll give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. But guys, hope you guys enjoyed this nonetheless. If you did, you know all the good stuff, notification button and all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!